one of the things that Americans are singularly bad at is asking questions about what the shape of the country is going to be and what the narrative is. So one of the questions I always ask cadets at West Point when I talk to cadets at West Point is, how many stars will be in the US flag in 50 years? And the reason why that's not such a crazy question is because there's never been a president of the United States who's been buried under the same number of stars he was born under in the history of the United States. And 3/4 of the flags, borders, and anthems in Europe, where I'm sitting right now, didn't exist 75 years ago. So you've tripled the number of countries and borders and anthems and national narratives and myths in a very short period of time. And, there's a narrative where the US could easily become 55 states. If you add Puerto Rico, if you add the Virgin Islands, if you split Texas, if you split California. But there's also a narrative that says it's very easy to destroy a country if you spend $1 billion convincing 51% that they're different from the other folks in the country, that they shouldn't associate with the other folks in the country. And I think, it's not just the daily news cycle, it's the myth building around elections. It's the myth building or destroying around founding fathers. It's the myth building about who people are and what they are. And that sometimes gets reinforced by news cycles, but there's something else that's going on here, which is a profitability in segmenting, in dividing, in separating that is really dangerous, because I don't think the US would be better off as a separate nation or separate nations. I don't think the US would be better off losing states. And I think when you actually look at what happened in Britain with Scotland, with Wales or Spain, with the Basques, the Catalans, the Galicians, or with the Southern Finns, or the Corsicans, or the Northern Italians, the narrative the US is on is a very, very dangerous path. And I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat or a centrist or whatever the hell. This is a story many nations have seen that doesn't end well.